kept knocking off. I want to tell the truth. That's all I want to do. Cops, what they're trying to do right now is, and like I said, is people are trying to, they're trying to stop me from doing this. And I had numerous threats, I had a numerous amount of comments, emails, stuff sent to me doing this. Stop doing this truthful stuff. You're gonna get yourself arrested and you're gonna be in prison. And I won't have a job. It's gonna be things are gonna get out of control. Now I'm not want to do any more videos. They're practically telling me, why should I stop to tell the truth about what these cops are doing? This poor man that's doing his thing and minding his own business, as well as my friend of mine, he minds his own business too, and he's out there with his flags and he's enjoying himself. He's out there doing free speech, and the cops or people want to fuck with him because they're angry about what the person's doing. Now, saying fuck the police is not against the law. It's a First Amendment protected activity. These fucking cops don't want this in their town because they don't want people to know what's going on. They don't want me to expose who's doing it, what township's doing it. I just did the exposement today. I had to do it today. There's other departments that are violating rights too, and I can tell you it's the ones that I got pulled over for no fucking reason. And this is why I gotta do what I gotta do. Sorry about that, guys. Acting with the listening and stuff and how drowsy it is. So like I told you guys, I'm here. I'm here to tell the truth to you guys. What I'm here to do. I'm here to tell the truth. I just don't like that people have to sit here. Police officers, like this is why I had to go along. I had to go along and email Donald Trump. I had to contact Governor Murphy to let him know with these officers that were bothering my friend, but also doing things to other people. And like I said, it's disgusting. Now, with the Attorney General's office, still help. Attorney General's office will help. But the problem is if I go hire the Attorney General's office and let Donald Trump and Murphy know, and let them know what these cops are doing to me, but also doing to others, there's a percentage that they're going to come here. Police departments, police departments, they think that the police departments override the U.S. Constitution. The U.S. Constitution overrides the U.S. Constitution overrides police officers, police departments in every state in in the country, even Hawaii, Washington, Maine, Massachusetts. The Constitution overrides anything from the First Amendment down to what is it, the 38, let me see how many amendments, because it's been so long. They've been adding so much stuff, guys. The door. That's why. Let me see how many amendments, guys. I want to give you guys the... See how many amendments we got, because I kind of want to give you guys the truth here. I'm here to give you guys the best knowledge and care. Let's see. So there has been 27 amendments to the Constitution, beginning with the Bill of Rights of the first 10 amendments ratified December 15th, 1791. So this was a little after, the Revolutionary War. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna give you a qualification here. All right. So here we go. Ready? I'm gonna show you this. This is the list. I'm gonna show you. All right. This one's the free speech, free of religion, assembly, and petition. Okay. So you see this. This is the First Amendment. Okay, that's the First Amendment right there, guys. Second Amendment is right to bear arms. Okay, that's what the Revolutionary War gave us to do. To practically, and this is the Third Amendment. No soldier shall, in time of peace, be quartered in any house without a consent of owner, nor of time war, but in manner to be prescribed by law. This is what the Third Amendment is.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, this is what that means. This is the part of the Constitution, and you have to have proof. Okay, it says the right secure in persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall be issued, but upon probable cause, supported by the oath or affirmation, particularly describing the place to search and the person's things to be seized. If they have a warrant, they have to have a warrant, and they should not be violated. Now, the Fourth Amendment is getting violated every day by these tyrants. They're doing it every day. And they'll arrest you for anything. There's like panhandle Constitution. Okay, I'm going to show you that. What it's under. Any of this right here, this is considered anything with this part here. This right here is what panhandling is under. It's the First Amendment. Okay? Cops in Edison PD, Edison, Woodbridge, all police officers in New Jersey and all over the country. They're harassing people, panhandling. But this right here covers that. And the cops are violating that. You understand? The cops are violating this. This is what they're violating. Okay? This is what the cops are doing every day to this gentleman. He got arrested 4 times in a year. And this is protected by the U.S. Constitution. This is a federal law. This is a federal law. These cops are violating a federal law. Edison Township and Woodbridge PD and other cops in all around the country. They're doing this. They're violating a constitutional right. Right here. This is the law. Now. This is the other amendments. It's up to 28. The grand jury, double jury, jeopardy, self-incrimination due to process and takings. That's the Fifth Amendment. Means to remain silent. Anything they could use you in a court of law. That right there. So whatever you say to the police, when they tell you to keep your mouth shut, or somebody's telling you to keep your mouth shut, when they want to interrogate you, you need to have an attorney present before you can talk to the police. So they will use whatever you're talking is used against you in a court of law. Now, secondly, right to speedy trial by jury. I don't really know too much about the Second Amendment. Jury trial in civil lawsuits. See, I don't really know too much. I'm more educated with the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, and the Fourth Amendment, because the cops will violate your rights every day in traffic stops or search and seizure anything in your house for just like what happened with me when I got arrested. They took my taser gun and they used that weapon against me to charge me with that crime when the crime never happened. That was the Rahway Police Department violated my Fourth Amendment and My Second Amendment, because the taser was under the Second Amendment constitutional rights. Okay, so Rahway PD violated the Second Amendment and the Fourth Amendment. We're going to go down a little bit more. Excessive fines, cruel and unpunishment. See, like that, if the cops did do excessive force, did things to you, possibly if that covers it, I don't know. Rights reserved to states or people. This is the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and the 12th. That's the 12th. This is the 12th Amendment. See? Everything, I know it's a little dark in here, guys, but I'm sorry. Now you got abolition of slavery. Okay. That's another thing with like stopping slavery, stopping that type of stuff. Okay. That's right there. Now, this other one, somebody told me something about the 14th Amendment. A person born or naturally in the U.S. and subject to the jurisdictional thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state where they reside. No state shall make and enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of its citizens of America, States of America, nor shall be any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor they to any person with this jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. Okay, that's the 14th Amendment, guys. See right here? I know that little marked thing right here is blocking the number 1 and 4, but that's what that is. And then you got the second section right here about, how things happen. If you guys want to read it, you guys can look this up online so you can educate yourself. That's the second section. Third section, no person shall be a senator, representative. I think you need to go to ask her for dinner. One other thing, I think you need to go to ask her for dinner. One other thing to tell you is if you want to be such a picky bull here, then I think you know what you should do. I think you need to go back home to mommy and daddy. Okay? I think that's what needs to be done. And like I said, there's a lot of stuff here. Okay, there's a lot of documents, paper, things like that. And then you got the 16th Amendment, income tax, popular election of senators, prohibition. Now, I want to look at that. Something for you women. Something for you. I'm going to get into it. It's the women's rights to vote. It's the 19th Amendment. We still do. And then you got the 20th Amendment, presidential term of succession, assemble of Congress. Listen to me, yo, if you really don't like how I talk on here and I'm doing things, then don't be here. Go grab a beer. Go grab a girl, your woman. Go grab some dinner. Go somewhere. Don't be here to say bully type things somewhat. I'm not up for that. The 8th Amendment, repeal of prohibition. 22nd Amendment, two-term limit on presidency means that's like the two-year. And then the 23rd Amendment is the presidential vote for D.C. Now you got the 24th Amendment, abolition of poll taxes. Okay. Then you got the 25th Amendment, presidential disability and succession, I guess. Something like that. And then you got the 26th Amendment, right to vote at age 18. Now, that's something else too, because some people, they might ask for your ID, making sure you're legal to vote. Yes, you have to be 18. It's like, I think, now the drug age now, you got to be 21 years or older to have a cigar, cigarette, that type of stuff. And the last thing, 27th Amendment, congressional compensation. Okay? This is all the amendments, but my protection of amendments is this one right here. The 4th Amendment is the best because the cops will violate your rights. You need to know how to prevent that. The 5th Amendment is to remain silent. Anything they could use against you in a court of law. You have to retain an attorney to process in court, and if you don't have one will be pointed to you in court by their own for free. Okay. Second, this is the one that these cops in New Jersey and other states, including Florida, is one of them, that they tried to violate people's rights, especially when they're allowed to fish out in public. This right here is the Second Amendment. This is very important. You guys are allowed to have a gun. You just got to go through a process with your ID. You're going to go through a background check, making sure you're not a felon, making sure you're clear as day. You can buy your own self a weapon, but New Jersey and I think certain laws on the East Coast are very strict because of the crime rates, stuff like that. And I know that you can have a gun in New Jersey, New York, and all that. You just got to leave it at home, or there might be a couple states like Pennsylvania. You can open carry. You can have a gun in your car to protect yourself and defend yourself. And Pennsylvania is a very easy state to actually get a gun too. By the way, it's crazy how easy it is. You go to PA, you go out there for you live out there in like a week. You go through a background check, and you can get your gun just like that. You can get any kind of gun you want. You can walk right in the gunsmith door, and you can talk to them and do your background check. And like I said, you don't like that I talk too much. I'm sorry. This is how I like to do it. I'm sorry. I apologize, but you know what? I ain't gonna have somebody come in here and bull me and run my live. You want to run a live? You make your own live, my friend. I love this Constitution. I really do. And let's see. Let's see who.
Sucks he's on a computer, but trying to figure out.
So I wanted to explain to you now. This is what the thing was about. What the Congress was written by amendments to the United States Constitution, including those that address vote rights, slavery, and rights of women. The 15th Amendment passed by 1869 and ratified in 1870. This amendment gave African American men the right to vote. Now, the 19th Amendment is a amendment to remove bans on women's rights to vote. And then the 23rd is ratified in 1961. The amendment gave electors to District of Columbia so it can be participating in the presidential elections. Okay, you guys this up as well. I'm just going to go and just show you a tad bit on the 10th Amendment, 12th, the 2nd, and the 5th. Okay, this is just giving you a little briefing. You guys get this in school. If like the kids are in school and they're in history class, this is what you're going to learn. Kids are learning about this today. The thing that really sickens me is that they got rid of who was in the Continental Congress. Okay, now this is very important, guys, to me. I just want you to go know these people. These are people that many people that were political figures in the American Revolution that were on the Continental Congress. These are very important people. A lot of them are on money today, like John Adams, George Reed, Alexander Hamilton, Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, James Madison, and then you got George Washington, Abraham Lincoln. There's a lot of people on here. Samuel Adams. Then you got Paul Revere. They're very, very big people to this country. Paul Revere were the ones that really did a lot also with guns and silver, and I've been reading up history about a lot of that. But these cops are violating your constitutional rights every fucking day, and it makes me sick. This right now, I'm in 1781. The Continental Congress was a government body by which the American colonial governments accorded their resistance to British ruling during the first 2 years of the American Revolution. The Congress itself as an official colonial liaison to Great Britain. The war progress. Now, the reason why this was all getting done because this was getting made for our country, just like the French was helping us with the going to fight against the British to kick the British out, so we can make our 13 colonies and get things stronger and make our country strong and big. And then now, fighting Mexico for the Alamo and Texas, and then we had to pay money to what was it, the Mexicans to buy the West to extend American colonies out now to the West to make our country larger and bigger? Yes. But this, like I said, this is about the Congress. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm back because interruption with the internet, so give me 1 second. So like I said, guys, this is very important. If you guys ever want to go on here, go on Google, and you can look up anything with the Continental Congress, who was on it, who was written on it, everything else like that. That's basically what it is. Now, Like I told you, these cops are violating your rights every day, guys. Don't allow it. Do not allow it, guys. I'm telling you, don't allow it. Let's do the Boyston. Don't worry about it. I got it. The Boston Tea Party. This is very important too. This is when things were going on with the taxes and stuff like that. There was a lot going on with the Boston Tea Party. This happened like right around the Revolutionary War time in Boston. The target was the Tea Act of May 10th, 1773, which allowed the East Indian Company to sell tea from China in American colonies without paying taxes, apart from those imposed by the Townshend Acts. The Son of the Liberty strongly opposed the Taxes and Townshend Act as a violation of their rights. In response, the Sons of the Liberty, some disguised as Native Americans, destroyed an entire shipment of tea sent by the Eastern India Company. Okay, so this is very important. Boston Tea Party. There was just a lot of movement. I mean, all this was going on right before the Revolutionary War. The Revolutionary War was around 1774 to 1775 and 76. It was like in that time there was just battles going on throughout New Jersey to New York, the South Carolina, Charlestown, all around Florida, Yorktown, Virginia. I mean, everywhere. Battles of Lexington and Concord. I mean, a lot of places were around there where there's a lot of battles. That's what it is. There was a lot going on. Okay, Battle of Trenton, Battle of Princeton, Battle of Monmouth, battle at Morristown in New Jersey. There's a lot of things that happened, and people that were in the war. This was great with the time going on, but with everything with the tea trade and everything, it was just interfering. You got furniture that was being traded from other countries, getting paid for it. Yeah, so that's what I'm here to do. Okay, I love history. History is a beautiful thing to this country. But the police departments and like Donald Trump, he wants to erase things. There's certain things they want to erase, or was it Biden? I don't know. But there were certain people that were trying to erase things and destroy things and trying to take certain amendments off. Like the police department, they don't want the First Amendment anymore. They want to erase that, but they have no authority to do that. They don't care for the Second Amendment. That's why these cops always want to come and make sure you're not having a gun loaded, making sure the ammo, you know what I mean? Whatever, how the laws work. They want to catch people and charge people with weapons. So take the weapons off the thing. But if it's legally owned by you with a permit, license, stuff like that, it's legal. These cops, they don't like that other people have guns because they're afraid that we're gonna so-called what is that called? What the heck is that called? Go at them and fight them. And that's what the cops don't want. Plantation. Like I told you, this is a T Act of 17. How much tax we're gonna get, and stuff like that. And then resisting the T Act. See right here, resisting the T Act. It shows you, okay. And then in the ships were moving 2,000 chests containing nearly 600,000 pounds. In the ships were moving 2,000 chests containing nearly 600,000 pounds, meaning 270 looks like kilos or kg of tea. Americans learned the details of Tea Act, what the ships were positioned to get to mount. So all this right here shows you. You go online, you look up Google, you look up the Boston Tea Party. This will show you everything. The contents, everything was going on between the legacy, the reaction, Boston Tea Party ships and museums. I mean, everything. I'll show you everything. Okay. I'm very, very deep into history. I like the Constitution and the rights and all that. The cops violate First Amendment right. It's a free speech, free press. And like I showed you, people might say it's illegal in New Jersey that you can't do it. But when it comes to the First Amendment right, it's U.S. constitutional protected activity. It means that it is a federal law that these cops are violating. The cops are down. The cop down here. The federal laws are up here. Okay, so the federal laws are higher than just the state government law, the state laws. Okay, or the city laws. The Constitution's always going to be higher than anything out there. And what these cops are doing every day, they're lying.
They're violating your First Amendment, your Second Amendment when they search and seizure that gun away from you. And the Fourth Amendment is like searching and seizuring your guns, weapons, and property that they could use against you. They could take your laptop. They could take electronics that was committed in a crime. They could do all that. They need to have a warrant, an actual written warrant by the judge. Has to be granted by the judge before the judge can give it to the sheriff or the police to arrest somebody or to search and seizure your property. Okay? I'm very big in this. Destruction of the T. Samuel Adams, it looks like while Samuel Adams tried to reassert the control of meeting people, pouring out the old C South Meeting House to prepare action, in some cases involving donning go on Google and all your Wikipedia. I'll tell you everything what you want to know, how things happen. See, like I said, you go out to Google, you hit Boston Tea Party. See, I'll close because I know it's a little rough and dim. But the Boston Tea Party, it tells you everything about John Adams, all this other stuff. And then I'm very big in this, guys. Very big. All right, now I'm going to get into a little bit of the Revolutionary War. Get into it a little bit because this is why I'm very. All right, so the American Revolutionary War was, like I said, from April 19th to 1775. But what the wars going on before that, it was just sporadic battles. Trying to figure out a line, battles. You know what I mean? You had George Washington, the British Army, about the violation of rights. So we're in here, in the war and stuff like that with people. You got the Patriots, 13 colonies, U.S. colony, United colonies, United States stuff from 1776. French, Spain, Dutch. There's also Dutch people. Then you had Great Britain, Loyalists, Quebec, Nova Scotia, West Florida, and East Florida. Then you have all these other ones, commanders and leaders of for all the U.S. and the British. You got Peyton Randolph, John Hancock, Benjamin Franklin, George Washington, Horatio Gates, Nathaniel Greene, Henry Knox, John Sullivan, Benedict Arnold, George Rogers Clark, Lafayette. I don't know Racubiano. I don't know who that is. I could give you a little bit. Lord George German, George III, Lord North, Lord Shelburne, Thomas Gage, William Howe, Henry Clinton. I mean, those are all the British people. That's pretty much who was in the war and all this. Army and militia, 40,000 in the United States, 48,000 average, mostly in North America. They also had the Navy, task force, fleets, and blockade squadrons in the British. Loyalist troops, German troops, and Native Americans. And then us, we had state navies, 106 ships. Army, 10,800. And the France Navy, also 2 fleets, escorts. There was just a lot in the history. Spain, Army, our Navy, 1 fleet, escorts. Native Americans, unknown. It's kind of rough, but yeah. You got casualties and losses. Now, we lost a lot more than the British did. British only lost 8,500 that were killed. But there was 178,800 with 223,800 total that were dead. 6,800 killed, 6,100 wounded, 17,000 dead after disease, 25,000 to 70,000 war dead. And then you figure 130,000 dead from smallpox. Then France, 112, so on and so forth. You can see right there, there's a lot. And there was a lot that went on. The everything from the 13 colonies and then going out west towards places. It's crazy. Break of the British Crown, political reactions. I mean, all this, you can go online. You can search it up. I'm just showing you Declaration of Independence, how this all happened and how it was written in Philadelphia. This all happened with everybody. Benjamin Franklin, Roger Sherman, Robert Livingston, Second Continental Congress. The Declaration of Independence was, discovered in Philadelphia. I mean, that's why there's so much going on. This is amazing, amazing history, guys. This is why I love it. And what the police are doing, they don't care about your rights. They don't care about that. They're trying to erase it. So that's why I'm here to tell the truth, okay? These cops really don't like that I have a channel. They made this happen. They made this happen. And on top of it, you got the siege of Yorktown, Virginia, American Revolution. This is when we kicked the British out. The French came in, and they fortified at Yorktown, Virginia. You know, George Washington kept fighting as a president and doing things to protect our country and continent. I mean, he was doing it all. That's the best president right there. The first president of the United States of America was George Washington. I'm here to tell the truth, guys. That's all I'm here to do. I'm here to give you guys the real news, history of the United States of America, the 13 colonies. I'll even give you that. Give me 1 second. I'll give you how many. I'll let you know what colonies were in there. I wouldn't even tell you right now. You guys want to know about history and what the flags were meant? The 13-star colony, that will tell you. All right, the 13 colonies were the first group of British colonies on the Atlantic coast of North America, which broke away from the British Crown and American Revolutionary War from 1775 to 1783 and joined to the form of the United States of America. The 13 colonies in the traditional group were New England colonies, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, the middle colonies, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware. And the southern colonies were Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. These colonies were part of the British America, which include territory in Florida, Caribbean, and Canada. So there was a lot that was going on. This was a lot. And if, like I said, you want to go on here on Google, you can look up Wikipedia. They'll tell you everything. Okay, I'm very big in history, and I'm going to show you, like I said, what was going on here, how the information was. I'll show you. Government, population, British colonies. Just go on Google and look this up, guys. It's going to be rough right now to do most of this. But this is what was going on in here. And then I'll even tell you about the French and Indian War, because that was right before. French and Indian War. Conflict between France and Great Britain took place in North America from 1754 to 1763. Okay, this is what happened. Who was in there? The British, the Native Indians, Allies, French troops, everything. Everybody was out there. I just want you guys to know this, okay? You guys can look on Google for the French and Indian War, Fort Wilderness battle. This is another thing that people were saying also. We're talking about things. And I will tell you the lightly a proof of it. You can read this when you go on Google. You can search this up. New France. There was just a lot going on. Colonial Washington, horseback during the battle. So Lieutenant Colonial at the time was George. It looked like Washington. Looks like George Washington, and then you had Braddock. Hold on 1 second.